rolling, Andy. Man, that wind this weekend was like, run for your life since, you know. I mean, come on. A windstorm came just the other day, blew the house out. I lived in a way. I'm having so much trouble. So much trouble, I'm about to lose my mind. What was it? Sustained at like what? Between 25 and 35 all weekend long? Just yesterday late morning? Finally? I mean, the one upside is that just before the wind started blowing, all the leaves fell, and now there's no leaves. I don't have to rake. You know? Boom! The yard work is done, man. I'm sitting here yakking about the yard and the wind, and you got the dang red light on, which means live from Great Falls. It's Monday morning. La la, Monday, ba ba, and Rocktober continues, Andy. It's Rocktober. Rock and roll, hoochie coo, do 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 do. All Rocktober long. So, it's like before I get any further, you got to remember, and he's like got me doing this every week now, you got to remember to like this video, this podcast, right down there, the like thing. And right over here, down here, there's the subscribe to this channel thing. Got to do both of them. And then you're going to have me like notify. You'll be in my notifications on your YouTube channel. Yeah, be in a Monday morning staff meeting at what? It's like, 3 minutes after 8, 4 minutes after 8? You're in a staff meeting or your Monday morning meeting, and bing, the notification goes off. Everybody looks up at you, and you say, hey, Pipewrench podcast, 8 o'clock. What do you know, Andy? What's that? Or plug that. Another plug coming. Do I have my prop this morning? I do, right here. All right, thank you. Big shout out to our sponsors down at the Great Falls Gazette. Remember, it's all local. It's local stories, local reporting, locally owned, locally operated. They got local advertisers, and it's still only $1. I mean, how much? For $1, I'm gonna buy 5 copies for my mother. Gonna see my smiling face on the cover of the Great Falls Gazette. Oh yeah, we're gonna be on the back there, on the back of the Gazette, on the Crime Stoppers, most wanted for the most annoying. Whatever. Did you hear the rumor, though? I heard the rumor that I was talking to the folks at the Gazette last week, and they're going to be like, wow, we're thinking of doing a Sunday expanded edition, and then moving some side like, whoa. So remember, you heard it here first, that, maybe it's in the works. All right. It is Monday, October 21st, and you know what that means, right? October 21st. We're doing a little trivia right here, Andy. Throw up a poll. Should we do a poll this morning? Do you know where Pipewrench is going with this then? So put on your Nikes, okay? Start up your DeLorean. It is Back to the Future Day. Yeah, Yeah, it's Back to the Future Day. We're like going to have a celebration, a party, whatever. It is the day we're going to talk, it is today that Marty McFly, which was Michael Fox, Emmett Brown, Dr. Emmett Brown, which was Christopher Lloyd, and Jennifer Parker, which was played by Elizabeth Shue. They traveled in the DeLorean time machine at the beginning. Remember, at the beginning of Back to the Future 2. October 21st, 2015, to be exact. Love the trilogy, all the movies. That's when I fell in love with Leah Thompson. Yeah. Yep. She was that. Actually, wasn't she in the horrible Howard the Duck? Man, that was bad. But the first time I seen her was, no, not Fast Times at Ridgemont High. It was All the Right Moves with Tom Cruise. Yep. So, yeah, that was my... So we're going to do the whole Back to the Future thing today? No, we're just going to... We're in passing. We're not going to do a poll. Okay. Why would we do a poll? Because everybody does polls. So maybe we should do that poll. Throw up a poll, Andy, on well, no, just let me know. Our poll for the day is, should we do polls? Should we do polls? Like so-and-so said this, do you like it or not? This is how, should we do that? That's our poll. The poll is, should we do polls? Yes or no? Okay, let me know. Yes or no? Okay? Back to the Future. When did that come out, Andy? In 85? 86? 80s? 85. Thank you. And they time traveled to 2015 on October 21st, which was today. Wouldn't that be nice? That kind of like spooky, kind of like getting time travel, doing the whole time traveling thing. Yeah. Time has come today. No words. Will we? All right. Time travel spooky. It's spooky. We got some spooky, weird stuff going on in Montana. Again. And I'm not talking about the elections. We've got so many missing people in the state of Montana, especially for our native population. It's ridiculous, I mean, it's like every time I pull up the news, get on Facebook, somebody else is gone. But that's like, if we wanted to do Andy, if we wanted to do a podcast, missing people in the state of Montana, it would take like 2 podcasts, you think? 3? I mean, just for the information. Let's talk about, we talked about the Shannon LeBeau mystery, the no mystery there, was it Steve Rummel's the one? Yeah. We talked about Shannon LeBeau a few months ago. That was a murder in the 90s in Helena. We know who did it, everybody who did it. This one we don't know. This one's really freaky, Andy. It's like, let's talk about it. It's an unsolved murder, unsolved mysteries, but it's really fresh, really new. Happened just a week ago. Like I said, right here in Montana, the Gallatin County Sheriff's Office is investigating the death of a Belgrade man whose body was discovered in the Moose Creek area, about 15 miles north of Big Sky. Now, when I'm talking about Gallatin County and this is all down in Bozeman area. Okay, we're all right down in Bozeman. If you're going to Moose Creek, if you're going to Big Sky, if you're going anywhere, you're down in Bozeman. Okay, Gallatin County's the county seat. Yep, okay. So, the victim is a 35-year-old Dustin Kirschum. And like I said as before, he was from Belgrade. Now, him and a friend, Dustin Kirschum, and a friend were supposed to be going camping last weekend. So he left a couple days early to set up camp. Andy, was it like Thursday of last week? Not just this, like a week ago, the last week, not the 10th, okay? Thursday the 10th, right? Okay. So he went there to set up, right, Andy's like talking. He went there and set up. They're going to go camping for the weekend. You know, Dustin's going to get a hold of his friend. And then the last Saturday morning, not just this Saturday, but last Saturday morning, his friend, who hadn't heard from him yet, it's like, well, you know, I know where he was going, so, you know, but I haven't heard from him. So he went looking for Kirschum, for Dustin, and he found him dead. Now, he was in his tent, okay? He's dead in his tent. Now, like I said, this is up Moose Creek. It's what, Andy? It's I said it was a couple miles up there. So we're looking at pictures of it this morning. We're looking at the location. You know, and it's out there. Definitely, it's out there in the wilderness. And once, you know, anybody that's ever been out there, I've been out there, Big Sky and Moose Creek, I've been out there, okay, and once you get out there into the mountains and into the area, well, you remember that, you know, you're out in the middle of like no man's land. You know, it's like when you go up from you take from Clearwater Junction, instead of going to Missoula, you head up on Sealy and you keep on going till you want up to go like up to Kalispell on the other side of the lake. You're up there in the Mission Mountains and Bob Marshall. Okay? You're out in the middle of no man's land. Okay? So anyway, okay, let me get back to what's going on. So anyway, after his friend found Dustin's body, you know, of course, he had notified authorities. Now, you got to remember, too, it's limited cell phone. If you go up there, you're going to lose ping. You're going to lose contact, be in and out, in, out. The authorities are going to be having a hard time tracking. They're going to track anybody's cell phones. But anyway, Dustin's friend called the authorities, you know, and he reported, you know, Dustin's dead and it's a bear. You know, a bear attacked him. And so they're like, you know, whoa, you know, no, you know, bear attack, you know, which is, you're in bear country over there, down there, go over down there. Where are we at? We're down there, okay? Yeah, we're like southeast, Bozeman, southeast of us. Yeah, reported, so when the investigators, you know, they're like, okay, you know, we're going to have to go, check out, you know, another bear attack. So when they get there to the scene of the crime, well, the scene of whatever at that point, Montana Fish, Wildlife, and Parks agent, expertise, you know, he's an expert in bear attacks, you know, smarter than the average bear. Yeah, Yogi and Boo Boo, he's smarter than them. So, yeah, he gets there. You know, it's been turned in. The guy's in his tent. Bear attack. Fish and Wildlife game gets there, and he's like, there ain't any signs, one, of a bear activity in the whole campground. There was lots of equipment at the campsite, which authorities said were very well kept, orderly, and set up for the weekend. Okay, bears didn't go there and ransack it. The tent showed that there was no bear droppings in the area, or nothing. So, seeing that there was, no signs, Andy, of no signs at all. Yeah. And the sign said, long-haired freaky people need not apply. So I took up my hair up under my hat and I went in to ask him why. I'm sorry, Andy. I just bust into songs. All right? No, I didn't have anybody on the edge of their seat. Crying out loud. All right, so, like I said, the campsite's well set, orderly. There's no bear droppings. There's no sign of animal activity. There's nothing. Except this guy is like literally massacred in his tent. You know, and his friend, like, at first thought, hey, this is a bear attack. But, you know, they saw no signs, like I'm saying. So there's seen any kind of animal attack whatsoever. You know, that's when, what is it? It prompted law enforcement to say, wait a minute. You know, we got to back up, regroup, and see what's really going on here. And treat this scene as something else. Maybe it's a murder. Okay? Maybe was confirmed during the autopsy. Okay? Which determined multiple wounds led to the death of Justin. Right, Gallatin County, down Bozeman area, as of this morning at before 8 o'clock. So we were on here, early. Actually, we haven't seen anything this morning yet. They say that they're not sure of the murder weapon. They're not even sure of the weapon, but it was hard enough to cause significant damage to the skull and flesh areas of the body. Sledgehammer? No, I'm not going to start singing Sledgehammer. First of all, I don't know the words, or I would. They don't know. It's like a sledgehammer, metal rod, a tire iron, battle axe, maybe a battle axe, an axe. They're not releasing if they found the murder weapon or not. It doesn't sound like they found the murder weapon, but the guy had to be pretty messed up for his friend to think it was a bear attack. Reports, some other reports that we've got that are not official, said there was a lot of blood at the scene. It was really bad. The last week, and as we heard, as of yesterday, Saturday, we didn't hear nothing Saturday, okay, they were looking for any kind of leads on the murder, or if anybody saw anything. It's pretty they're pretty much at a loss at what really happened. It's somebody did it and they don't know how, who, why. The family, the family has come out and said, look, the Dustin was a hard worker. He built houses or something down there. Could build them from the ground up. Real talented guy, well liked in the community. Yeah, not somebody that you would think would be right. Yeah, like I said, the Gallatin County Sheriff's Office released a statement that said, if you've seen anything, we want to know. Okay, and if you're out in the woods in the Big Sky or the Moose Creek areas, we need you to be. They said we need you to be paying attention to your surroundings, and you need to remain vigilant, please. So Andy, it sounds like there's something going on down there. That law enforcement's looking for any kind of tips. They're looking for any kind of clues, any kind of tips. Guy was driving a black F-150 with a ladder rack on it. They're looking for anybody that's seen the truck, anybody that's seen Dustin. They haven't a clue. Yeah, they haven't a clue what's going on. Montana's got, I touched on earlier. We got all these, missing people, and who knows what's out there? I mean, I talked in passing. I live in Great Falls. I can get to the wilderness, and I can get to the wilderness quickly. Okay, what do you mean how? I would go from here to Augusta. Okay, or I'd go here to Highway 200 and head north when I hit the Clearwater. You don't think the Mission Mountain and Bob Marshall is the wilderness. You got another thing coming. Bam, 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 bam. Yeah, it's... I do know the song, Another Thing Coming. I don't want no Sledgehammer. I'm not going to sing Sledgehammer. Montana, I'm from Detroit. I always talk about, it's rough in Detroit. It is rough in Detroit, but man, you got wilderness up here. It's like this guy, Dustin. He beat, we don't know. They're not really telling us. We heard it was bad. Yeah, me and Andy heard it was, but they got grizzly bears and wolves. They got mating season with moose and, man, yeah, it's almost like the hills are alive. Texas Chainsaw Massacre right here in Montana. And it's just, man, weird. I know, it's weird, Andy, all the missing people. It's dangerous out there. You just don't know. I mean, jeez. You just don't know. I mean, like I said, I'm from Detroit. It's just like, when I go out into the mountains and I'm hiking and you get out and let's get out. Okay, we're going to go out in the mountains. We're going to pack some lunch. We're going to get out and hike around. And I'm more worried about what people I might run into than I am animals that I might cross. Common sense is if you're in the mountains and you're trailing, I've always been taught since I was in mine, take cowbells, big ones, little ones. I have cowbell that I used to take to the hockey games. Okay, it's a Red Wings cowbell. I take it to Red Wings games, take it to Great Falls Americans games, and that's, take that trailing, you got your bear spray, you got your bell, you're talking, bing, bing, bing. Most animals, most predators, bears, no, they're like, whoa, what the hell's that? They're out of there. Scaring wolf off. You're scaring them away. Okay? What's not scaring away are people. And that's scary, because we've touched on that. People, yeah, people are the worst animal. I fear people in the wilderness much more than a grizzly bear, a wolf, a wolverine, mountain lion, whatever. I know what to expect from them. I don't know what to expect from people. Yeah, I'm right. I don't know. So, I mean, that's just by the social media and people just right now. Look at people right now, Andy. You know, I mean, before we get into that, anyway, if you got anything on Gallatin County, give the sheriff a call down there. They're clueless. Yeah. And what I was going to want to get into, Andy, before that, I was like, you know, the people in the woods are the most dangerous people. And then, you know, people in people, have you seen, everybody is really what? Everybody's really tuned it up a notch. Yeah, everything's really been turned up a notch right now. Yeah, we got what? The elections is 2 weeks from tomorrow. I've already got my ballot. I've already got it filled out. No, I haven't put it in the mail yet. I like to go down and drop it in the ballot box. I'm real OCD like that. I don't put them in the mail. So I'll either go down to the city, down in the city, or I'll go into the county drop-off. We're going to the country. Got either way. So, yeah, if you haven't, though, it's like 2 weeks away. Should have all your mail ballots here in Montana right now. So, yeah, the people are going nuts, aren't they? Social media, they're just, they're like rabid dogs and stuff. They're just going crazy. They've got, the lies, the threats, the name calling, the innuendos, false information just runs rampant right now. If you're believing anything you're seeing on Facebook, YouTube, well, you can believe me, but, you know, Reels. If you're believing anything you're seeing on social media, Facebook with the memes, TikTok, yeah, this TikTok is an exclusive video. The world of entertainment. The name calling's unreal. I look at my friends list sometimes, and I look at the feed on my Facebook or Instagram or Twitter or X. It's like everybody's lying. They all know they're lying. And nobody cares. I'm like, yeah, I'm ashamed of some of these people. The name calling. I know for a fact they wouldn't do this if they were face-to-face to actual people. And if they say that they do, then it's like, well, you're the rudest, most unsociable-like person I've ever met. Is that you talk like that to people at work? Your family? Seriously? Yeah. Kamala Harris, Donald Trump, pulling all out the late stops, hitting all the battleground states, fueling the social media dissension, would you say, Andy? And hate? I mean, we had, over the weekend, Harris cackling in the state of Michigan, and Donald Trump was talking about Arnold Palmer's private parts in Pennsylvania. Did you see that? Why would you want to talk about they just losing it, man. Old Jack Kennedy wouldn't have done that. No. No, Andy, I'll be glad. I'll be glad when this is all finally over, and it's like 3 weeks from now. All the campaigns are done. All the mailers have stopped. All the political commercials are gone. All the campaigning is over, and it's going to be finally over. Or will it be? I think that it'll just be starting, no matter what. No matter what. Dustin Dustin, Gallatin County, black pickup truck, Moose Creek area, Big Sky, 2 miles up Moose Creek, was there Thursday the 10th, was found murdered on the 12th, battered, bruised, hacked to death. No leads. If you guys know anything out there, call Gallatin County Sheriff's Department. If you're out there in that neck of the woods, be vigilant, whether you're snowmobiling, four-wheeling, camping, whatever, hunting. Be careful. Somebody's got something going on, Annie, yeah. Rolling, he says. Rolling, keep them doggies rolling, rawhide. Well, all right. Remember the spay and neuter, adopt, don't shop, foster, rescue, volunteer, adopt a shelter pet today. Andy, we're done here. We're done here. Have a great work week. See you next Monday, everybody. We are out of here.